guys, look, been hanging out with Trump, part of the Illuminati. So, they're going to, like, round up the alt-right, I think. I think they're doing that. I think they're killing some of them. There's this brothers, Clark brothers. I haven't heard anyone talk about this, but that's odd, because it's like they're brothers, you know, like it's your brother in arms. Like, you can't talk about your fucking brother. And he's like one of the alt-righters, or there's two of them, at least two. And he's being, one was taken in on some bogus charges, and the other one killed himself. So it was William Clark killed himself. Another one, I think, what was that? Was that Edward Clark? Yeah. Edward William Clark. They gotta call them by their names because it really matters. Hold on, I'm gonna pause this, bring my notes up. Okay, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I need. Anyway, sounds like you tell us that. But, this is basically like Trump putting the Purim ritual into motion if he's sending people around, rounding people up. It's not just these people. There's like 2 white supremacist gangs. They rounded up like large groups of people. They came to visit me. Who knows who else they came to visit, but this is like, you know, Trump, what I already said, Trump's Purim ritual. This is what happens. They end up coming after you and getting rid of you eventually. And so I really doubt this dude killed himself, because they arrested his brother a few days later on trumped up charges. Like, he owned a gun. Oh my God, he was in America. He owned a, no, he didn't own a gun. He used marijuana while he owned a gun. That's a real crime. I can't tell you what real crime is, because you get banned if you say anything fucking not stupid. So I might not want to say that's not a crime compared to this or that. You know, murdering people. Maybe I'm probably not say the word murder. It's like, evil person says the word murder, don't listen to him. Ban him. I shouldn't say that, right? Because that's like the first word, and it's one of like 6 words in a sentence I would say that would get me banned. So who knows which word in that sentence is going to get me banned. So he killed himself, and the government rounded his brother up on because his brother's addicted to marijuana. So, yeah. Apparently, that is a crime in America. Owning a gun and being addicted to marijuana, 2 separate crimes. It sounds like high treason to me. He's going to take over the government for sure, dude. The marijuana in your brain. That shit takes over, dude. You hit the joint, like, you imagine if those people in government were idiots who smoke weed, they'd hit the joint and then they'd go do a bunch of shit I can't say because they're probably actually doing it and they probably don't want me to talk about it. So, who knows what they do. They might go to different places and do things to the different places and the different people that aren't them. You pretty much insert whatever you want there, and I shouldn't say they're doing it, because they'll ban that. What are they doing? Better ban it, because they're doing something. No, he's lying. So, here we go. We got the FBI rounding people up and all right. There's at least 2 other gangs. They came to me. I'm sure they came to other people. They're like way freaked out over this. And when I was looking through this, I was like looking through some reporters' files, and so the people at like HuffPost and stuff are like, they're obsessed with being into this and worshiping Israel. I found those, oops, said the magic word, I'll get banned. I said one of those special words you can never say with anything intelligent following it that they haven't already told you. and I haven't told you this because I talked about it and people are like, what are you talking about? And it's like, oh, you don't know? It sounds rather important. I thought they'd be talking about it 24/7, but they're not. They're just using it as a cut-in to talk about the dude who ran over some people who were busting his car up. I shouldn't say that. That's illegal. That's not the official government narrative. But it's a thought crime and a hate crime and a pre-crime all wrapped into one. So, they're coming after people. I mean, it's hard to like say it, but because it's like, are they really doing this? Yeah, but I think they are, and I think they killed someone. I think they killed an alt-righter, and it's not that like the alt-righters are like these great people. It's like, we're exposing them. Like that's all everyone's doing is exposing them instead of like talking about this shit right now. That looks pretty fucking weird too. So like, yeah, I mean, it's just if a sucker gets caught up in alt-right, he's not some bitch who just needs to be forgotten about if he kills himself, if he's suicided by the government. You don't just be like, oh, first they came for the bitch ass alt-right, and then they came for you, fucking, because they're just fake. They're being used as stooges. Like all these people for like the GDL people just paid the GDL traders to defame Brett Favre and whoever Riffraff is, and Debo was one. I believe Debo was one of them. Someone posted a video with Debo. Debo said some shit. It's hard to fucking understand what the fuck Debo's saying. Debo was the only one who was really like, what the fuck am I saying? You could tell the way he was acting. He was like, what the fuck is this shit? But he was like, some of that shit and that shit. And they was like, they're actually like scared to tell him to say some dumb shit. It sounded like they said like some real hidden secret shit. Like Brett Favre, like he came out and said this and that. And, like they tricked him using military context. See, this is where Adam Green's, PSYOP, military intelligence comes in. He knows how to target people and shit. He's learned that, like, the schools teach you this stuff. If you go for stuff like learning people, they teach you how to be manipulative. Hell, I've had the government teach me that shit. And it's like, they claim their purpose to teach me was like to do the opposite. It's like, no, you just fucking totally taught all these criminals how to fucking be better criminals. No, but it's like they're not even talking about it. Everyone's just like exposing each other, and it's like, what's there to expose? You all sound pretty fucking suspect to me. And you visiting Israel and shit, like, yeah, I can point out some shit almost everyone's doing. If they're not doing something, they're completely anonymous, and it's usually one of those things where you've got to see what's not being said. Or sometimes I'm seeing some of these channels who seem legit, like, talk with the other people who are obviously not legit. And, like, that's pretty fucking obvious what's going on there. So, yeah, they're like rounding up these idiots. They say rounded a couple, and I'm pretty sure they killed this dude. This is like, yeah, he was about to fucking start a race war, supposedly, but he killed himself instead. He had enough ammo on him to kill a bunch of people, but he killed himself. They probably sprinkled bullets on him like they sprinkled crack on black people. So they looked really suspect. They looked really stupid. They didn't look like they were like people really doing something. Like, and that's probably what happens if you get to the top of these ranks, because you're not one of them. You're not the FBI. You're not Mossad. You can't be a top-ranking GDL member or a top-ranking alt-right person, Like, Milo says what he says because he is them, and he says he is, and that's that. So he's there. He can talk about it. And these people, like, from what I've seen, they look like idiots. Like, they're following the bad people. Like, they're in a picture with Richard Spencer, and Richard Spencer looks like this, like, he's got that that fucking rat psycho look to them. And they just look like fucking deer in headlights. But now one of them's dead. Now one of them looks like fucking a zombie. You know, if it's not staged right, everything's fucking staged. So, I mean, if everything's staged, who gives a fuck, right? Let them fake kill each other. Who cares, right? But no one's saying it looks like the FBI just killed this person. And then they took his brother in on trumped up charges. No one's saying this. Everyone's busy saying a bunch of outlandish, crazy shit, you know, fighting each other and, you know, talking about nonsense. And it looks like they're like literally rounding people up. And then they're like, oh, they banned this person and that person. It's like, dude, those are people like we had questions about like 5 years ago, and then they're associating with people who were like exposing today, and then they're constantly associating with other people who've already been exposed and somehow have been brought back to be the leader or the truth or the libertarians, all right. And next thing you know, he'll like say Trump's like evil, Alex Jones. Well, it's like, man, that's like real shit though. Like them rounding up gangs of these people, and it doesn't matter if they're like, oh, it's a prison gang, they're selling drugs. They're selling drugs, oh my god. It's like, that doesn't even mean it's true. If the government and the media says it, it's a lie. They probably, like these other Nazi gangs are probably like, they're rounding up, they're like, they're prison gangs selling meth. They're probably like Mormons or some shit. Who fucking knows? You don't even get pictures of these. Like when I was talking about this, I suppose, I thought everyone knew about it because it was being thrown in my fucking face. And so it was just like, look, man, this shit looks fake. This looks suspect as fuck. And it's like, everyone's like, what are you talking about? And it's like, what? They didn't tell you this shit? They didn't tell you they've rounded up like fucking 3 skinhead organizations in the past week? And what do you mean? Like, should that be like #1 news? The Democrats should be like, yes, we got them. You know, the leaders should be like, we rounding them up. And that's a good thing. And then the Republicans should be like, why are you rounding us up? And none of them are saying anything, which makes them look really suspect. Makes it look even more suspect, like the FBI and Trump killed this alt-righter. I mean, because I went out, you know, there are people preparing. Why wouldn't there be people preparing? This place is going to collapse, dude. This country is going to collapse, and there's going to be a lot of problems when that happens. There's going to be a lot of fighting when that happens. And then, like, you know, the FBI will, like, bully you for saying that. Like they did me. It's like, fucking go kill yourself. Like, dude, I don't need to kill you. You're going to go kill someone, and someone's going to kill you. It's like, you don't have to do none of that. I mean, these idiots are fucking already doing it, man. They just look at them like people are gonna get pissed at this shit. The more it comes out, and then look, the government's killing people, and if the government's killing people, those people are gonna go kill the government. I'm not an alt-righter. You can kill all the alt-righters because fucking I'm the one who's been trying to prevent them from saying a lot of the shit they're saying. Because it like buys into their agenda to go with the fake bullshit. And they do that. Like, the leaders do that. Like, dude, look at the new leader. I mean, the only real relevant one at this point is like the GDL. That is good. Like, the Trump-aware people are the next alt-righters. Like, it's been in place for a while. Like, Guy was, and a few other people were like like not on Trump's side, and then like out of nowhere a few more popped up who were alt-righters, and it's like, no, dude, you're just like Alex Jones. He played all 4 groups as the leader, and like no one even gives a fuck. It's like, it's the same person, you idiot, and he keeps fucking deceiving you over and over, and then you're exposed. You get exposed, and then somehow they follow him again. It's like, well, he's telling us a good story, and we love his stories. They're great stories. They're going to save us. And everyone's all crying about, oh, we lost a YouTube channel this week. Like, this motherfucker lost his life, you know? Fuck your YouTube channel, dude. I've got so many accounts fucking that have been banned. Like, I should be making this video, and who knows, like, maybe I threw up the wrong gang sign or something. It'll get removed for sure. I know most of the shit I want to say I can't fucking say. So fuck YouTube. Who cares if they remove my YouTube channel? I know I can't fucking post what I've already posted. Like I don't think they like really remove you anymore. They censor you if they don't want you to be seen. They remove you if they really, they want to draw attention to you, like Alex Jones. This is like the 4th generation they removed him, and like every time he was exposed, and it's like, who cares if they remove him? Let them silence him. Fucking, they won't, but they won't silence him. He just keeps coming back. It's like someone like fucking, like I'm at Facebook, right? I can't. They don't let me come back to Facebook. At Facebook they unban you, but they make you fucking give them real information. You'll never get signed up under different accounts and shit. And on YouTube, it's just like they'll get rid of you like real fast. They actually give you 3 strikes. It's like one that's like 3 more than any other place, but still, people who have channels for years are pretty fucking suspect because when they post all the time, because fucking you get the heat and it stays on you, and they get rid of you like as fast as they can. If you're up for a few years and you get banned once, that's suspect. Like Alex Jones is like banned once every 2 years. That's pretty fucking suspect, because that makes that time frame suspect, because everyone already knows Alex Jones is a clown, except for like anon people on the internet, people stuck in the year 2006. I think that's about it. The non-people on the internet, people stuck in the year 2006. So basically people, and then there's probably some people that Trump has paid to go online, and the FBI has paid to go online to back out the channels. So they're all talking about nonsense, and they're rounding up like 2 groups who are like, at least 2 groups. This is what I've found, just with like a quick search. It's hard to search because they're clouding all the algorithms with the Charlottesville nonsense, and like all these stories I'm telling you about, like each time, like basically the story is like a sentence on these people, and then it goes back, or it's like a couple paragraphs, and then it goes back to Charlottesville. But generally, a lot of times they'll mention Charlottesville in like the 2nd paragraph, to lead back to that fucking, like on this one, the first sentence links to the Pittsburgh synagogue shooter, and like even the picture of it, like the pictures they're showing you on the page don't even show the dudes. Like, it was available readily the first day it came out. Jeffrey Clark and Edward Clark, their pictures were readily available. However, I got a hold of them. I seen them several times when I was first looking for them. But then when I posted, and I had people asking me, what's this about? I was like, wait a minute. I noticed, like, before that, I went back to, like, right before I posted, I went back to search for the pictures to have a picture, to create a meme. I wanted to picture the brothers. And that way, what I say with the picture stays with the picture, rather than me just saying something and posting the picture. And I just write it on the picture so people understand kind of what's going on. And then, obviously I wasn't explaining it enough because it was being hidden, and I had already noticed it was really hard to find that picture. When I found that picture, I found the one picture. Like searching just for their names, I found like one picture, and I'm pretty sure at first it was a lot more widespread than that, and they had begun to censor it, and obviously they're not talking about it at all, but it's very suspect. And like everyone, all the people, like all these people allowed to talk, like everything's an inside job, everything's a fake. So what about this? Is this real? Is this fake? Because it seems like an inside job. It seems like a suicide would be fake, and it would be a murder, assassination, terrorism, a scare plot. Killing him, and even the act of keeping it underground to silence it would make it so it would be a terror attack towards people who, you know, only paid attention to that, who paid attention enough to find the underground news. You know, like there's the world is cookie flavored center fucking news that's. Who knows if the center of the earth tastes like a cookie and it's filled with hot chocolate, you know? It's like there's news like that and Bigfoot, and then there's like, you know, the news they try to like shuffle past everybody's eyes, and they're used like terror, fucking covered up, usually like killings, like killing Charlie Hebdo and stuff like that. The Bataclan, Paris theater attack. You know, USS Liberty attack, Benghazi attack, the Lawn Affair attack. They use stuff like that to sweep other stuff under the rug. And this seems to be one of those things that like came out and then they want to sweep back, and that doesn't even matter. What matters is it's important that if you're an alt-righter, this is like your brother, like being arrested for being high on marijuana and owning a gun. He's not just high, he's addicted to marijuana, dude. He's addicted to bullets too, man. Oh, he's got all the bullets. He died because of his addiction to guns. He liked bullets so much he had to put them in his head. He injected the bullets in his veins so he could get high off them. He injected marijuana bullets into his brain. That's what it was. We got him, boys. That is seriously these people. That is seriously the type of shit they would push, and seriously the type of shit people would believe. But they're not even pushing this at all. They're hiding this. This is suspect, like I said. These 3 cases are not the only one. They're the only ones they can find. They're being swept under the rug, and they're high profile. So there's obviously more, and there is more because the people I'm seeing who work in the media, I was going through reporters' files I found access to, and they are like paying attention to like Israel worship media at the same time they're paying attention to this shit. So it seems pretty suspect. They seem to have some, I'm not sure if it was like some open information. I'd look for it, but I don't think it was open information they had access to. And I believe they had this affidavit before it got to be mainstream. I was looking for dates and I really couldn't find it. Like I said, some of the stuff's being hidden. Especially this is being swept under the rug. But the person whose files I found linked to some of this, they are like, they look like a normal gossip tabloid writer, but they're not. They work for the HuffPost, first of all. And then they had a lot of Israel worship shit in their personal files, like they were monitoring like communications. It was almost like this lawyer. It was weird because it was like this was a lawyer, but then I researched into who it was, and it was a tabloid. It was a HuffPost writer, and so I think they're like working with a law firm, something to do with Israel, And something to do with monitoring these cases, well, like worshiping Israel. You know, obviously, there's no other Israel in the world except for the only Israel that exists is in the minds of people who worship Israel. It doesn't exist other than that. It's fucking in your head. So, it seems to be part of a bigger agenda. They seem to be sweeping this under the rug. Person looks like they were suicided by the FBI, and that would be under Trump's watch. So that's Trump's FBI, Trump and the FBI. And of course, I've already detailed how Trump is part of the Purim ritual, and that he has undergone that. If you're going by the narrative that he's not one of them, which I still think he is, and it still doesn't matter. His whole family is them. They're, you know, the NWO elite, whatever. So he is them, and they are he. So he is enacting this Purim ritual. This is a fake stage show that the FBI and Trump are fighting each other. The government doesn't fight each other. One arm of the government would like grab some armed goons and arrest the others if they were like really, you know, after them for committing crimes and shit. The military, it's not a crime if you're committing a crime and you're like the FBI. If you're the FBI committing crimes and the president is like the one being attacked by the FBI, it's not a crime for the president to go to the military and be like, dude, like, these people are like trying to take over the nation. And the military would be like, yeah, okay, well, they can't take over the nation, we're gonna have to put an end to them. And then if the president really was working with Russia and doing all this stupid shit, that the FBI would chase him, the FBI would go talk to the military and the military heads and discuss this, you know, and it would, either way, if they have evidence the other side is working to take over America in the other way, the military then would intervene, and it would be called a coup by the other side. But they don't even do that because it's not a coup, it's a fucking show, and they're both working for the same agenda. And that is to deceive you. And the FBI could just come out any day and be like, yeah, the media's fucking making up shit, like, don't trust these news outlets, you know, think for yourself. But they don't, because they don't want you to do that. They fucking are part of the deception. Like the CIA brags, you know, they fucking will deceive you through the media. That's that. And, you know, CIA agent Anderson Cooper in the media. So that's just bullshit. They're working against each other. So Trump and the FBI, looks like they killed a man. Looks like they're rounding people up, and who knows what else they're doing, because these were just famous people. That's the only reason why they're big enough to get swept under the rug. Even be out from under the rug long enough to have to get swept under it, because these people are in pictures with right beside like some of the main players there. I mean, if I didn't know any better, it looks like they're part of the show, because they are in pictures and being spread around, like hanging out with Spencer, hanging out at like all these events and shit. They're part of like a larger team in one picture, like a team of 5 people who are like interrupting liberal media, which of course makes him look fake if he's working like that. But yeah, the more reason he's not going to kill himself if he's working for, if he was really working for them, right? He's just a loose end you got to tie up, so you kill him. And one of the other moves is, if they're arresting his brother on trumped-up charges, like if there's 2 of them, that can be like a strong unit to fight. But if there's only one person and you only arrest one person on trumped-up charges, then that's easy. And it's even easier if you kill his family member and you start telling him, like, yeah, look, we killed him, so you're gonna have to start fucking, you know, obeying us. So that seems, it doesn't seem suspect. It seems suspect if you fucking think it doesn't seem suspect. That's the only suspect thing, guys. To me, this is pretty clear cut. He didn't magically kill himself 2 days before they were going to arrest him, right? Arrest him and his brother. That's bullshit. Right. And then they start rounding up these other groups. And this is in line with Purim. They brag every year. This is what Purim is about lynching and eating these people. It's not just about killing them. It's about eating these people. They eat Haman's flesh every year in the celebration. So that's Trump. Trump hates Haman. And, you know, the Clark brothers, Jeffrey Clark, well, Edward Clark, he's like Haman. And now Haman is dead. So I don't know, man. A lot of this shit is probably getting a lot worse than this. Probably a lot more. It's being swept under the rug. I tried to look it up. I tried to look up more, and it's all being masked by the Charlottesville incident, which is, you know, you can go into that. It's another bullshit stage scenario where it just looks, I mean, the whole kangaroo court following it is definitely a staged scenario. Did someone die? Did someone get ran over by a car? Who knows? But the kangaroo court following a man being attacked, and then, you know, by a gang, and then he's being attacked for it. Nah, that's staged. They did that shit once when they tried to put me away. They played this whole story out that this fucking person was like some great kid. Like, he like never even went to school. There's like trying to paint it so great and shit. It's like, who gives a fuck about school? But like they're like, he was going to be a mechanic when he got older. Like, dude, only gangsters call that type of lifestyle mechanic. You fucking government ran media. Fucking, I can't even say the words, right? Because band time. If you talk like me, it's band time. That's the way they've always been. I go to their schools. If I talk like me, I get banned. If I talk on their phones, they hang up on me, and I'm evil for fucking band time. Sorry, I gotta alter my words here so I get off track. I'm like, wait, what does a normal person say right there? Fucking band time. It's all fucking pretty suspect. I think they're running people. It's a lot of shit. I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, most of you motherfuckers are alt-righters, even though I don't fucking... I mean, here I am telling you about your dudes, and what the fuck? They're killing you. That's all I know.